This video is going to cover the Excel Chapter 2 guided project. We are looking to be on the rental days sheet of our start file that you get from SimNet, and we're going to be in cell D23. We're going to type in a formula here that's in 3F equals D7 plus D15 plus D19. Once you hit enter, the result should be 89. And then we're going to be in cell D24 and complete the addition formula for Wisconsin. So it wants you to add up everything that has the WI next to it. So we're going to type in equals, and I'm going to click these cells because it's a little easier for me to do it that way. D8 plus, and then I'm going to click cell D10 plus, and then I'm going to click cell, oh, I missed one up top, D6. So I'm going to hit enter, and you're going to get 114. Next, we're going to create a couple of 3D cell references. So we're going to go to the rental income sheet. So you want to make sure that you're always on the right sheet, and the rental income sheet is the first one. And we are going to click in cell E5. We're going to type in the equal sign, and then we're going to click on cell D5. And then we are going to hit multiply, which is going to be Shift 8. And then we're going to click on the rentals sheet, the rates sheet tab, and that's going to put in a 3D cell reference. You'll see it's still building up here in the formula bar. After you click on the rates tab, we're going to click on cell D5, and then we're going to go ahead and hit enter to complete that formula. So it shows us the rental income for that particular rental away or rental name, and then we are going to be on 4H. We're going to select cell E5, and we are going to drag the fill pointer down to E19. So we're clicking on E5 and we're dragging down to E19. With this information still selected, we're going to go to the numbers group on our home tab, and in the drop down menu here we're going to choose currency, and you can double click between E and F to auto fit that column so you can see everything that is spaced out. And then from there, we're going to go to the P&L sheet. So we're going to click over on the P&L sheet, and we are going to be on number 5. So we are going to be in cell B5. We're going to type in equals SUM, and we could hit tab, and that'll automatically generate the sum formula for us. And we are going to select the rental income sheet. So we are going to click on the rental income, and then it is going to put that 3D cell reference in there as well, and we're going to select E5 through E6. So we're going to select E5 through E6. And after we select E5 through E6, we're going to go ahead and hit enter, and you're going to get 26,460. Let me double check this. And I just accidentally overstretched this. This should have been just E5 through E6. So I'm going to go up here to my formula bar. I'm just going to take out E7 and put in 6. Sorry about that. So still 26,460. Then we're going to go to cell B6. We're going to type in equals SUM, hit tab again. And then we're going to select the rental income sheet this time. And this time we are going E7 through E9. So what we're doing is we're adding up each state. And I'm going to hit enter. Then we're doing the same thing, equals SUM, tab, click on rental income, and now we are on Michigan. And then we're going to hit enter, and then we're going to equals SUM, tab, go to rental income, and now we are adding up Minnesota, then hit enter, and then for the last one, equals SUM, tab, rental income, and now we are adding up Wisconsin. After you've added up all of the states, we're going to be on B14, and we're on number 6. We're going to type in another formula here, equals B10, and this is where we're going to use our first absolute cell reference. So on your keyboard, depending on how your keyboard is set up, you can hold down FN and hit F4, or sometimes you might just be able to just hit F4. But you're going to be putting in a absolute cell reference here. Then we're going to multiply, and from there we are going to click H5 for the percentage. So that is going to be over here to our right. After we click on H5, we're going to hit enter. You should have 88,767. And then we are going to be in B14 again, and we are going to click the format cells dialog box. So you can just hit Control 1, and then this will automatically launch that format cells dialog box for you. And from here we are going to go to the Numbers tab, which we're already on, and then we're going to go into Symbol, and then we're going to choose None. We're going to go ahead and hit OK, and then it wants us to copy B14 down through 18. So we're going to grab the bottom right hand corner, and we're going all the way down to 18. From there, we are going to select cells A10 through B10, and then we're going to hold down Control and select a couple other cell ranges. So we have A10 through B10, and then we're going to hold down Control and we're going to go A27 through B27. So hold down Control, click on A27 through B27, and then A29 through B30. So hold down Control again, A29 through B30. Then we're going to go up to our Formulas tab, and we are going to click on Create, I'm going to make this bigger so I can see my Create from Selection option here. Create from Selection, and then we're going to choose that yes, we're going to use the names that are on the left column. So now B27 will be called Total Expenses, and now B29 will be called Income Before Taxes, and so forth. So these will all have cell names, and you can actually click on those cells now, and you can hit the drop down menu up here, and you can see that's no longer called B27, it's called Total Expenses. We're going to be on number 8. We're going to be on cell B29, and we're going to calculate our income before expenses. So we're going to type in equals TO, and then here we're going to use total revenue in this drop down menu. So I'm just going to double click total revenue, minus, and then TO again, and then we're going to double click total expenses. We're going to go ahead and hit enter, and then we are going to format this result as general. So we're going to click back up top and go to the Home tab, and on the Numbers group we're going to make sure it's general, and it says with no decimal places. The result is formatted as general, which displays as many decimal places as will fit, and no symbols. Oh, sorry, we're actually changing this to accounting. So we're going to go to accounting, and then we are decreasing the decimal twice. After you do that, we're going to be on G. We're going to select cell B30. We're going to type in equals IN, and we're going to double click the income before taxes. Oops. And then still in that formula, we're going to divide. So use the forward slash, and then we're going to type in TO, and we're going to use total revenue and hit enter. You're going to get a 0.3905, and we're going to go up to the Numbers group, and we are going to format this as a percent style. You're going to get 39%, and then we are going to be on number 9, and we are going to use the trace and error and formula auditing tools. So we're going to select the break even sheet tab, and we're looking at cell B10 here. This cell has an error message, and it's basically saying that the formula omits an adjacent cell, so it's asking us if we want to include that or not. So on here, we're going to go up to I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, Formulas tab, and we're going to click the Trace Precedence. And what this is doing is it's showing us all the cells that are included in the formula except for this last one. So this next direction is going to ask us to go in here and take out the 8 and put in a 9 in the formula up top here, so that that formula now includes that adjacent cell, or you can use the error message to include it in the formula as well. Number 10 asks us to set mathematical order of operations. We're going to be on cell C23. And in C23, we are going to type in equals C21 divided by parenthesis 1 minus B10 parenthesis, and double check for our result, 52,061.67. We're going to decrease the decimal twice for C23, so the result's rounded to the nearest dollar amount. So we're going to click back on that and go to the Home tab. Then in the Numbers group, we're going to hit Decrease Decimal twice. There is a Show Formulas option that's really nice. If you go to the Formulas tab and you hit Show Formulas, you were able to kind of see the behind-the-scenes formulas that are in a spreadsheet, similar to when you see the formatting marks in Word. You can now see formulas if you hit this Show Formulas option on the Formulas tab. So we're going to practice showing our formulas. And then from there, we're going to scroll down, and we are now starting on 2-2. So we're going to hit Control S over here to save it, and then FN F12, and we're going to backspace out the 1, and we're going to put in a 2. And I'm going to skip that for right this second since my drive is not connected. But we're going to take out that 1 and put in a 2, just like we've been doing for the last couple of projects. From there, we are going to go into the Rates Sheet tab. So we're going to go down to the Rates Sheet tab, and we're looking for cell D21, and we are going to type in a couple of different formulas here. We're going to click the More Functions button on the Formulas tab. So we are looking for More. If you make it bigger, you'll be able to see that this is going to be the More Functions. And from there, we are going to go into Statistical, and then we are going to go into Median. Once you're in Median, we're going to select cells D5 through D19. So you can click on D5, drag down through D19. It'll give you a previewed result here of 325. You can go ahead and hit OK. And then we're going to be on cell D23. And we're going to type in equals MO. And then we're going to double click MODE period SNG when it pops up. And then we're going to select cells D5 through D19 again. And we're going to hit enter. The result will be 245. We're now going to cell D22. We're going to type in equals COU N T tab, and we are going to select D5 through D19 and hit enter. So we have 5. We're going to double check these results using the auto calculate option. So we are going to, I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger again so you can see my full status bar. I'm going to select D5 through D19, and what we're doing here is we're checking our average, count, and our sum, and making sure, well, not necessarily our sum, but our average and our count, and making sure that those are very close to what is above here. Then from there, we're going to go into number 5, and we're going to count the tables in a range, or labels in a range, sorry. We are going to click the Rental Days Sheet tab, and we are going to go to cell D26, and we're going to go to More Functions again and Statistical, and this time we're going to use the Counta. With the value number 1 still selected, we're going to select C2 through C14. So we're going to click on C. Actually, I think I'm on the wrong sheet. Sorry. Nope, I am. I'm on the right one. I just read it wrong. Should be C12 through C14. So I'm clicking on C12 through C14. And then for value 2, I'm going to click in that box and I'm going to select cell C16. The result will display down here. It's going to be 4. I'm going to hit OK, and we're going to select cell D27 equals counta, hit tab, and then we are going to select cell C9 and then place in a comma, and then we are going to select cell C18 and then we're going to hit enter. You should have a result of 2. We're now going to be on number 6. We're going to enter an if function. So we're going to go back to the P&L tab and we're going to be in cell B31. And then we're going to go up to our logical option in our formula tab and we're going to hit if. That's going to launch our function arguments dialog box, and we're going to type, or we're actually going to click on cell B30 so that the range named the B30 pops in profit margin. And we're going to do if the profit margin is greater than or equal to, so you're going to do shift period and then an equals to 25%. If the value is true, then we are going to type in goal met. And then you can hit tab between these arguments, or you can click in each box. It doesn't matter. And then if it's untrue, we're going to type in goal unmet. After you hit OK, we're going to center that up. So you're going to go to the Home tab, and then we're going to hit the Center button in the Alignment group. And then we're going to grab the bottom right-hand corner, and we're going to drag this over to D31. And then it recognizes that in profit margin, it only includes that cell B30. So we need to go into our name manager to include B30 through D30 in the actual name. So we're going to go into our formulas tab, and we're going to go into our define names group and click on name manager. And then we're going to click on profit margin, and we're going to click down here where it says refers to, and we're just going to reselect. We're going to go B30 through D30 now. So now we've included those extra 2 cells. We're going to close that out, and yes, we want to save it. And then now it will reflect unmet in 2 additional cells. We're going to scroll down to number 5 here. I'm sorry, number 8. And then we are going to click the Guest Data tab, and we're going to select cell D4. And here we are also going to include another if function. So we're going to go to logical, and we're going to go to if. And we can type this in. We're going to click on cell C4, or you can type it in C4 is greater than or just greater than 5. If the value is true, we're going to type in VIP, and the value is false, we're going to type in not yet. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. And we're going to double click the bottom right hand corner to autofill the rest of those in. And now we are going to be on number 9, and we are going to click the bicycles sheet tab. On the bicycles sheet tab, we are going to go to cell B7, and we're going to calculate a payment for these bicycles. On the formulas tab, we are going into the financial button. And we're going to go down to payment, PMT. And we are going to calculate a payment. So we're going to click on the rate, which is going to be 4.5%. We're going to divide that by 12, And then where it says NPER, you're going to click, and it's number of years to repay, so we're going to click on B5, and we're going to multiply that by 12. And then PV, we are going to click on cell B4. We're going to leave the future value blank, and the type is going to be 1 because we're going to start making payments on this right away. We're going to go ahead and hit OK. You're going to see a negative 209 as your result. And then we are scrolling down to number 10. And I'll finish up 9. We're going to just grab the bottom right hand corner and drag this across, and you'll have 259 in C7. Number 10 asks us to go to the startup sheet tab. We're going to click on the startup sheet tab, and we are going to go to C4, and we're going to try this X lookup. So we are going into our lookup and reference options in our formula tab, and we're going to go down to X lookup, and our lookup value is going to be A4, and we're going to click up our look array box, and we're going to click on our rates sheet tab. So our rates sheet tab is in there, and then on the rates worksheet, we're going to select cells H4 through H14. And then we're going to hit function F4 in order for that to be absolute. And then we are going to be on G, and we're going to click the return array box. So we're going to click in there, and then we are going to click on the startup sheet. So we're going to click on the startup sheet again, so it's already on there. We're going to go back to the rates worksheet tab one more time. So rates will pop in here, and then we are going to select G4 through G14, and then again function F4 so that these results don't move at all and they stay absolute. We can see down here the cost is 3 equals $3, so we're going to hit enter. We're going to grab the bottom right hand corner and we're going to copy it down to 14, C14, and then we're going to go to A23. So in A23 down here, we're going to type in equals TO, we're going to hit tab and then enter to put in today's date, and then we're going to hit Control S, and then you can hit F12, function F12 or F12, and you're going to backspace out the 2 that would be up there and put in a 3. I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. We are on 2-3. We're going to be on the rental days worksheet tab. On the rental days worksheet tab, we're going to click on cell G5, and we're going to do a text join function. So we are going to go up to the formulas tab, and we are looking for text join. So I'm actually going to click in this text here, and we're going to scroll down to where you see text join, and we're going to click in the delimiter entry box, and we're going to type in a comma. The quotes will automatically go in, and then we're going to click in and put a space bar after the comma, and then we're going to click in the text 1 box, and we're going to type in A5. We're going to click in the text 2 box, we're going to type in C5, and then the result is going to display down here at the bottom. You can go ahead and hit OK. And then we are going to grab the bottom right hand corner, and we're dragging that down to 19. You can double click between G and H to auto fit it, and then we are going to go down to number 4. We're going to click on cell I5, and we're going to go back up to the text box again. This time we're using a concat formula. In the text box, we are going to text 1 entry, type in B5, and then we're going to click in the text 2 entry and type in a comma and a space bar. And then we are going to go down to text 3, and we're going to type in D5, and then it's going to show you Bass Lake, comma, 20. So it's adding those two cells together with a comma in between, and we're going to hit OK. And then again, grab that bottom right hand corner and drag it all the way down to I-19. And then we're going to double click between I and J to make sure that it's auto fit. And then we're going to be on number 5. So we're going to go to the Guest Data Worksheet tab, and we're going to select cell H4, and we're going to go up to Math and Trig, and we are looking for the SUMIF function. So we are going to add it up if it meets a certain criteria. The range is going to be B4 through B38. So I would select this. Do not type it in. If you type it in, you have to hit absolute after each cell here. But if you select it B4 through B38, you can hit FN and F4 to make it absolute without having to do it after each cell. Our criteria is going to be G, looking for all of the G's in that range. And then if it has a G, we're going to add up C4 through C38. So again, you're just going to click on it and drag all the way down to C38. And again, function F4. After you hit OK, before you hit OK, you're going to see a preview here of 76. We're going to hit OK, grab the bottom right hand corner and drag it down. And in this bottom one, we are not looking for a G, we're actually looking for an S. So we're just going to click on here and go up to with the formula tab or formula bar, take out the G and put in an S and hit enter. And now this is going to be a result of 117. We are going to go down to number 6. And we're going to go to the Startup Sheet tab. We're in C16. And we're going to go to the Math and Trig options again. And we are going to go down to Sum Product. Now we are going to add and multiply two different ranges. And array 1, and you can type these C4 colon C14. And then in tab, and array 2, D4 colon D14. And you're going to get a preview here of 364.43. We're going to hit OK. And then we're going to go down to C17 and we're going to type in equals SUMP. We're going to hit tab. And instead of using the function argument box, we're typing this in freehand. C4 colon C14, comma, E4 colon E14. We're going to go ahead and hit enter to put that in. And it'll automatically add that parenthesis on the end for us. And then we're going to go down to cell C19. We're going to go up to Math and Trig. And we're going to go down to Round. Once you click on Round, we're going to select cell C19. We're going to select cell C16. And the number of digits are going to be 0. So you're just going to type in a 0. Shows you that it's rounding to 364. We're going to hit OK. You can grab the bottom right hand corner. We're going to go ahead and drag that down. And then we are going to be on number 8, which is just to save and close the workbook. So this concludes the pause and practice for Excel Chapter 2. Great job. But before you upload, one final step is to change 16 and 17 here to an accounting style. And I just noticed that when I was comparing my document with the finished product and that step that I had missed. So you're going to want to make sure that you apply accounting style or the accounting number format for those boxes, and then compare everything to what you are seeing down here and at the result of all of your worksheets, and make sure that everything lines up.